I'm back again with another video of mine. You all know me, I am Mona Lisa Joshi, the founder and director of Chrysanthemum Chronicles, a contemporary publishing house that I run from New Delhi. And today I'm back again with the last video series from my excerpt reading series from this book, To Frida with Love. And today I'm going to read out the last vignette from this book, the seventh one. It's already an emotional feeling today because it's the journey of making videos, and reading out from this book is going to end with this video. But this video is going to be very special because it's my dedication towards Frida Kahlo, as this is the month when she passed away and she went for her heavenly abode, and July has started, and I thought what better way to dedicate my love and my emotions for Frida Kahlo. I always have loved her from the time I knew her. I fell in love with her, the way she lived, the way her whole presence was, and I feel really privileged and honored that I could bring out a book on Frida Kahlo from my publication house. And also, being an Indian contemporary publishing house, this is the first book on Frida Kahlo that has come out from an Indian contemporary publishing house. And the best part, what is the cherry on cake, is that this book has actually traveled to Frida Kahlo's maiden home, to La Casa Azul, and it's been really a great honor that I could take this opportunity to present the curator of the museum there with few of the copies of this book, and I really feel blessed that I could actually fulfill my dream. And I thank the writers, and I thank my editor, senior editor of Chrysanthemum Chronicles, Nandita Deni Chatterjee, who has done an amazing job to make this book flawless. And also I enjoyed the process of designing it and typesetting it. So I would be reading out from the last vignette, which has been written by Shakuntala Kanakagiri ma'am. She is a very senior writer, an amazing writer, and she also took part in this prompt. It was, as I've told in the earlier videos, that this was actually a prompt, a theme given as a contest, and the writers wrote for it, and some of the selected writers, we converted their vignettes into this chapbook. So it's a good feeling, and I would be reading out from her vignette. But before doing that, since this is a dedication video, an honorary video that I'm doing for Frida Kahlo, and this is going to be the last in this series, so I would be giving out the last of her life story. As I've told you earlier that by now, after her second marriage, Frida became very sick and she had to be admitted into the hospital, and she had to go through a surgery. But after this surgery, she could not recuperate, she could not become well, and she fell into this abyss of being totally lost forever. And it was 13th of July 1954. She was 47 years old, and in the morning time a deep sigh came out from her mouth, and the nurse who was taking care of her, she felt that she must be moaning a little bit of pain and something, so she just caressed her a bit by covering her with sheets and all, and she slept. But after a few hours, when she woke up, she noticed that Frida was not breathing anymore. She became completely lifeless, and that is when she realized that Frida, their beloved Koyakan girl, the city loved her, people loved her, she was a great artist, had left them forever. And the news spread, and their driver Manuel ran towards Diego's house. Diego wasn't living with Frida anymore, because by now he got married for the fourth time with Charlie Chaplin's wife, Paulette Goddard. As I've told in my earlier video, that they became first good friends, they had an affair, and then he got married. So, but Diego's heart still felt a lot of love and pain for Frida. He loved her so much, but he could not escape from his infidelity, and he had multiple relations, and he got married for the fourth time, twice with Frida. First marriage with Lupe, and the fourth one was with Paulette Goddard, Charlie Chaplin's wife. So Diego came running, and he broke down into pieces, and he regretted throughout his life, after Frida's death, till the time he lived, he regretted this fact that he could not express his love for Frida the way he wanted. because he was always someone who was like a child, who had tantrums, who had many issues that needed to be taken care of, and Frida took care of all of those. She loved him more like a mother, as just a mother, like a mother loves her child. So Frida took good care of Diego. And after her death, her coffin was taken as a procession throughout the city, throughout the Mexico City, the city that loved her, and she loved the city. And many people who loved her so much, including her friends, her acquaintances, and who loved her as a person, who loved her as an artist, shed many tears. In faraway lands as well, her doctor cried, because she was not only a great artist, she was also a great human being, because she always felt that she lived in a borrowed time. She lived every single second of her life to the fullest. And in 1957, Diego Rivera also died of cardiac arrest, and but his last wish was contradicted. He wanted his ashes to be merged with Frida's, because her body, her ashes were there, kept in the Mexico City where she was buried. But this wish wasn't fulfilled by his first wife Lupe and his daughters. He felt that it would be better to keep his ashes far from Mexico, and this last wish was also not fulfilled, so he could not be united in the end as well with Frida. So this is something very, it saddens my heart, because I feel that love is something that goes beyond. Anyways, I think they must have met again somewhere. I feel so, because their love was larger than life, and they must be celebrating it somewhere. So in 1958, finally, La Casa Azul, Frida's maiden home, was opened to the public. It was turned into a museum, so her art was on display. Everything about her life, her things that she used was on display. And you never know, if you ever visit there, maybe you find one of these books on display there. So because I really feel great honor and privilege that I was able to send few of the copies to the museum people, and I'm not sure, however, that whether they are on display or not, because till now we haven't received any acknowledgement, but the tracking details tells us that it was received by a Mexican gate man there. So it's more than enough to know this. And I've noticed that some of the Mexican people have also watched my videos, so I deeply thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching these videos, watching these series. And this book is also available on Kindle, and right now we are not fulfilling orders internationally, because we are just setting our feet into the publishing industry, though it's 1 year, but still we are taking our time. So you can grab the Kindle version if you are watching it from Mexico, and I would be deeply honored if you leave a review of how you like the book. And I thank my writers also for making this book possible, and also the editor of this book, who has done a wonderful job for doing such amazing editing that you will fall in love with the book with every reason and you will get to know story of Frida Kahlo in such a candid way that you won't have to read so many bulky books to know what Frida Kahlo's life was about, how she lived, and what were her struggles. It's really a book that will give you all the essence of her life and her way of living in just 80 pages, not more than that. So I hope you will grab this book and you have all the reason. So with this, I would start reading the vignette, the last one, and this is my dedication video. So I hope that you would be picking up this book as soon as you watch this video till the very end of it, and stay with me till the end, because I have a surprise announcement for you. So here I start. It's entitled A Surreal Life by Shakuntala Kanakagiri, if you can see. So I start. Dear Frida Kahlo, it gives me immense pleasure to write about you understand you, and acknowledge the unusual and uncanny circumstances that you had to counter. Not once, but once too often in the short span of your enigmatic and emphatic life. You never gave up, never let yourself soak in the pits of gloom and despair. You fought every challenge that was thrust upon you with guts and gumption. You lived life on your own terms, at your will, under nobody's mercy or pardon. Never succumbing to your pressures, accepting your afflictions, yet moving ahead with utmost strength and vitality from a person besotted with troubles, trials, and tribulations by quirk of fate and destiny. I am amazed and totally bowled over by your grit and resilience. Struck by polio in the very nascent years of your life, you not only lived through the ordeal but faced it with steely determination. It makes me wonder how you fought your pressures and pains at such a tender age and thereafter. Many of the likes of me would have crumbled and collapsed at the very initial stages, unable to come to terms with the calamities that struck you. You are an inspiration to everyone who is weak and timid and maligned physically and psychologically. Your portraits reflect your personality or attitude towards life in the most adverse state of existence is a shining example of a woman of strength, stamina, and pliability. As you grew into a fair maiden with the usual dreams of becoming a doctor or scientist, romanticizing life and to live your dreams, full throttle, fate decided to do otherwise, playing spoil sport by putting cold water on your aspirations, dousing all your dreams and deliberations to ashes. So here I'll stop, and to know more you have to grab this book, What Happens Next. It's a very light read and you can finish it in one day, and people who are receiving this book are actually doing it and giving their reviews. So I'm really thankful to everyone who is supporting us, supporting our publishing house, and because you have watched this video till the very end, I have a surprise element to give to you, and that is that if you help me reach 200 subscribers within a week, and after a week's period, I would be taking up three random subscribers and giving away them this book as their prize. What you have to do, you just have to leave your name in the comment segment of this post, and you have to write down subscribed, and don't unsubscribe. It would be a request from my side, because if you help me grow, I would be bringing out many such amazing books, and I've planned some interesting stuffs also through my channel. So for that, you can subscribe and enjoy my content, and also to win 3 giveaways of this book. I'm doing 3 copies. So if you want to be that lucky winner, you just have to subscribe to my channel and help me reach 200 subscribers within a week. I hope you will help me. So with this, I end my video, and this video series comes to an end of reading out from this book, also comes to an end. I hope you will just pick this book up from Amazon or Flipkart and share your review, and do subscribe. You would be happy in the end, because you never know, you might get one of these. So with this, I would be ending my video here, and I would be bringing out something more interesting with my next video, because I have many other things planned. So wait for my other videos. Bye all, take care.